Caster extends her finger. Damn. I want to fight back, but my body will not move. My limbs can't move freely and my senses are being taken away, and I'm sure she will eliminate me. Goodbye, boy. If you are going to mourn that you became a master with such small skills. My body does not move and accepts the finger of death. I resist the urge to close my eyes and keep glaring at Caster. Wow, you are a good boy. I like such good efforts. Caster sneers at my resistance and puts her finger on my command spell. And then the world turned green. Oh, even my free will is numbing. In my fading consciousness, clang, I hear a sound like crashing swords from the other side of the mountain gate. What kind of a miracle is it? I hear tens of sounds cutting through the air and numerous arrows pierce the ground in front of me. Caster instantly retreats, her robe fluttering behind her. What? There are arrows pierced in the ground in front of Caster. The 13 arrows were shot from above. They were probably all shot at the same time, and I'm sure it would have gotten Caster if there had been one more arrow. The owner of the arrows is standing on top of the mountain gate. The knight in red jumps down to the ground empty-handed. Hey, guess who, motherfucker? I thought you'd be dead by now, but I guess you're pretty tenacious. The man, Archer, says so while standing in front of me as if to protect me from Caster. You? Why? I just happened to drop by. Don't worry about it. So how's your body? I should have cut Caster's string with that attack. Huh? After he says so, I check my hand. It moves. My frozen body has its freedom returned with just one attack by Archer. It moves. Caster's binding is gone, but... That's good. Do what you want now. Or so I would like to say, but do not move if you don't want to be killed by her. If you move recklessly... Archer, what is Assassin doing? See, she'll take out her anger on you. A woman's fury is hard to control. Man, I think this will get rough. Archer laughs. I can't tell how serious he is. Well, don't get too mad, Caster. Assassin is fighting Saber right now. I do not know who that samurai is, but he is a strong swordsman to keep Saber at bay. Should you not praise him instead? Even though he's facing his enemy, there's no tension in Archer. Caster must have noticed that as well, as she regains her calm. Stop with that ridiculous talk. You cannot call him a heroic spirit if he cannot stop you. He is not strong enough to be called a swordsman. Oh? You sound like Assassin is your ally, so your masters must be cooperating. There's no other explanation to this situation of having two servants in the same place. Caster is staring at Archer silently. I can't see her expression hidden behind the robe, but it seems she is bewildered. Is that true, Archer? That Assassin's master and Caster's master are cooperating? Yes, Assassin is guarding outside the gate and Caster is hiding behind the gate. It is obvious that they are cooperating. It is not rare for masters to team up. You and Rin are cooperating, to give an example. Oh, I totally forgot about that. He's right now that he mentions it. Then that means there are two masters here?
何を言い出すかと思えば、随分と的外れなことを言うね、Archer.
I was wondering what you were going to say, but you are so off, Archer.
なんだ、違ったか。まあいい。
Oh, was I wrong? Man, I was confident that you two are allies.
ええ、見当違いも甚だしいわ。
Yes, you are terribly wrong.
仲間ですって。私があの犬と協力しよう。
Allies? I would cooperate with that dog? With the man that's under my control? Castor does not stop laughing. Her laugh is so unsuitable that the tense atmosphere disperses. In contrast, Archer is gritting his teeth. I sense something that was not there before. It is not Castor's enmity, nor the magical energy surrounding this place. For the first time since he came to this place, Archer is showing his enmity.
そう、あなたの予感は正しいですよ、Archer.
Yes, your guess is correct, Archer.
私のマスターは誰とも手を組んでなどいないし、アサシンのマスター。
My master is not cooperating with anybody, and the same goes for Assassin's master.
いいえ、そもそもアサシンに。
No.
マスター
First of all,
など
Assassin does
存
not
在
have
し
a
ないです
master.
からね。
Oh shit, plot twist. What? Assassin doesn't have a master? What does that mean? Every servant needs a master to exist. Weren't they supposed to disappear if they didn't have a supply of magical energy from their master?
キャスター、貴様。
Caster, you broke the rule.
破ったな。
まさか。
Do you think I give a fuck?
ルールを破ってなどいませんわ。
Of course not.
だってサ
I
ーバン
haven't
トを呼び
broken
出
the
すのは
rule.
魔術師でしょ。
Magi summon the servants, right?
なら、キャスターである私がサーバントを呼び
Then
出
what
す
is
と
wrong
何の
with
不都合
Caster,
があ
a
るのです
magus summoning a servant? The witch in the black robe laughs. That means, servant assassin is a heroic spirit summoned by Caster.
サーバントを操るサーバントか。なるほど。ならばこその架空の
A servant who controls a servant, huh? I see. That is why he is a fictional hero.
まっとうなマスターに呼び出されなかったアサシンは、本来呼ばれるべき暗殺者以外のものをアサシンにしてしまった。それは構わん。元となる英霊が誰であろうと。
An assassin was summoned by an improper master. Someone other than the proper assassin was summoned. I don't mind that. It doesn't concern me who the heroic spirit is, as I only need to defeat them.
だが、それは貴様の独断ではないのか。
But I'm sure this is all under your judgment, is it not?
聞きましょう。なぜそのような結論が出せるのです、アーチャー。
Let me ask you, how did you arrive at that conclusion, Archer?
何？ただの直感だよ。
Oh, it's just a hunch. Masters are magi.
その魔術師が自分より優れた魔術師を使い魔にした場合、そこにあるのは
When a magus summons a familiar that is superior to him, I'm sure the relationship isn't that of a servant and a master.
マスターが自身より優れたキャスターを
It's natural for a master to be on his guard against a familiar of greater power.
私が貴様のマスターであるのなら魔女に自由など与えない。マスター本人ではなく
If I were your master, I wouldn't give any freedom to a witch. There's no way he would allow you to summon a servant that would only obey your orders.
それなりの知恵は働くようですね。
It seems you have some intelligence.
いいわ。その賢さに免じて、今
Alright, I shall dismiss your insult in deference to your cleverness. Castor stares at Archer as she laughs. There's only enmity between the two now. They are about 7 meters apart. With the charge that Archer showed at school, he should be able to slash Castor even before she can finish casting a spell.
納得がいった。セイバーやランサー、ライダーは強力な対魔力を持っている。
I understand now. Saber, Lancer, and Rider have strong magic resistance. It is on a different level from this guy behind me.
彼らには あらゆる魔術が効きづらい。故に魔術師である君
It is hard to affect them with magic, therefore you cannot match them since you are a magus.
となれば策略に走るのは当然だった。
Then it is only natural for you to resort to tactics.
ルールを破り、自らの
You broke the rules to summon servant assassin.
この土地に今日構え、町の人間から
You created your territory here and collect souls from people in this town.
自らは戦わず、町中に発
You don't fight yourself and merely observe the progress of the war.
これだけのことをするのだ。当然。
You go so far, so I assume you must have your master restrained. I'm sure he's a puppet like this stupid master here. She smiles. That sends a chill up my spine. She's not only collecting magical energy from the people in this town, she's even treating her master as an object like she treated me. Caster's dangerous. She's not a pure threat like Berserker, but she is the most troublesome enemy as she worsens the situation without showing herself. Yes, you're right, Archer. But you're wrong if you think I will be no match for you. It is easy for me to win the Holy Grail War. I'm working hard because I'm thinking about what comes after. I'm not working out a strategy in fear of you people. Oh, so you say it's easy to defeat us servants. Well said for a witch that only runs away. I did say so. I'm stronger than anyone here. Saber and Berserker aside, you shouldn't even be able to scratch me. You should be the one thinking about running away. I did forgive you the first time, but there won't be a second time. I will give an appropriate punishment to those who call me a witch. Well, you kind of are. Oh. Caster's robe distorts. Yeah, you look like a witch there. The magical energy in the air becomes a dense fog and covers Caster's body. A dark soul has invaded your world. With it in front of him. Or what was it? A black soul has invaded your world. Something like that. This shall be interesting. So you say I can't even put a scratch on you. Archer murmurs in delight. Yes, you will not even be able to touch me. The black shadow answers. The knight in red laughs. Then I shall try once. If I cannot accomplish it in one try, I will entrust Saber with this task. He sprints like the wind to Caster. The red shadow runs. I don't know when he got them, but in Archer's hands are those weapons, those twin swords. He does not allow time for any spell casting. Archer closes in on Caster even before she can raise her hand. And he slashes Caster in half with his swords. The robe, cut in half, scatters in the wind. Archer appears disappointed, standing in front of the enemy he slashed so easily. It must be because it was so easy. She talked so big, yet she lost without even attacking him once. Anybody would lose their spirit. Archer is still holding onto his swords. Ellipsis. His red clothing. His black and white short swords are beautiful, and they captivate me. This is strange. Oh yeah, Archer's swords. Oh, I can't stop thinking about him. Am I captivated by those swords? Didn't you just say that you were? Those twin swords. They must be great swords with history, but I feel no malice from them. Noble phantasms are excellent weapons, so it's natural that they are beautiful. If I could see Saber's sword, I bet it would be magnificent. But they are not like that. If only you knew, Shiro, Saber's sword is like the most magnificent sword ever. It's a golden sword. Fighting spirit that intends to beat others. Desire to be famous. And they also have the yin and yang symbols for some reason. Competitive spirit that tries to beat another weapon. Faith to accomplish some great deed. The sense of purpose found in famous swords and demonic swords is not in these. They were made because somebody wanted to make them. Unrefined twin swords made without a will, as if to question the meaning of the swordsmith. I think those are swords like that. Mirrored swords without vanity. Black and white, strange swords that represent yin and yang. Yep. I'm captivated because their existence is just too beautiful. Castor's slashed body disappears. As Archer starts to put his weapons away after seeing it. Too bad, Archer. I did not think you were that weak. Castor's voice echoes through the empty temple. Archer jumps. This is exactly like what happened here a while ago. The light bullets appear from the sky to pierce Archer, and Archer knocks them down with his swords. No, this isn't like before. Oh man, the whole place turned purple. What? The ground is scorching red, and it looks more purplish to me. The magical energy in that small light is about 3 times my full magical energy. Even Archer would have had his body blown away if he took a direct hit. Oh man, she can fly! I am Batman. I am the night. I look up. There's no moon, and the seas of clouds are drifting through the night sky. The black Magus floats in the middle, as if reigning over the heavens. It must be transportation or control of matter. Either way, it seems you can do something close to sorcery in this territory. I have a better opinion of you now, Castor. Wow, no wonder you can talk big. Archer readies his swords while looking up at Castor. Really? But you've let me down, Archer. Archer versus Castor. Fight. Fatality. Perfect. I tested you since I thought you might come in handy, but you're below assassin if that's the result. Wow, that hurts. I can try to do better if there is a next time. I don't think there will be. Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course not. Fools do not get a second chance. You will die here, Archer. Damn. Archer starts off. He sprints to get away from Castor, to get out of this place. Huh. Do you think that you can get away? Castor moves her wand. After the wand targets Archer. It looks more like a staff to me. Something ridiculous happens before me. Well, it's not already ridiculous. No, nobody can hear me say no way. Castor's attack is a rain without pause. The shooting lights are no different from a bombing raid. Each magic is a deadly attack, and Castor is shooting them off like rain. I may be an amateur, but even I can understand how ridiculous this magic is. That's more like great magic. To activate it, one needs a simple magic circle and a 10 count, a spell casting of more than 10 verses. Because great magic is strong, casting it takes time. A normal Magus would take about a minute to cast such a big magic. Even a Magus that could use high-speed casting would take 30 seconds or so. But she did it in an instant. She didn't even cast the spell, but just pointed her wand, and she's shooting them off in rapid succession. I can't even think of someone who could compare with her. And here we go again. Yep, that should have hit you, Shiro. You fox. You must have stored huge amounts of magical energy shooting that many A-rank spells in succession. He must not be able to avoid them anymore as he runs while deflecting them with his swords. Archer tries to run out of the temple, but he changes his course midway. You idiot! How long are you going to just stand there? Archer charges at me with a scary expression. Huh? That makes me realize. The place I'm standing isn't safe at all now. Well, no fucking shit, Shiro. I'm already in the range of the shooting lights. I'm surprised you didn't get hit earlier, Shiro. Jesus Christ. Damn, why do I have to do such a thing? Archer comes at me. The instant I try to avoid him by jumping back, my body is flying through the air. Huh? I try to shake him off in reflex. I can't believe it. Archer's running while carrying me. Let me down, you idiot! What the hell are you thinking? Well, what the hell are you thinking? You're gonna get fucking shot, Shiro, if you just stand around. I don't know, just shut up, you idiot! I'll get a headache thinking about how stupid I am if you tell me about it. Idiot! You don't know you're an idiot, and you still call me an idiot, you idiot! Baka baka baka! You're both acting like children. Are you a kid? No, you are. No, you are. Are you a kid or something? You can't be helped if you're a kid and stupid. At least pick one, you idiot. Archer must be frantic, as his words make no sense. I've been saved by him, but I just can't accept this. You just let go of me. I can take care of this myself. I don't need your help. No you can't, Shiro. I don't think you'd be any match for her. No, more than that, I can't stand to be a burden on him. Archer should have been able to escape by now if he were by himself, but the exit is farther now that he came to save me. He must be an easy target for Castor as she is above us. Archer, are you listening to me? I see, then I guess I don't need to hold back. Then, Archer suddenly kicks me off of him. Damn, that must hurt. My body hits the ground. He must have kicked me hard as I fly at least 5 meters. Damn it! You! I bear my pain and get back up. Huh? I've got a bad back now, guys! Archer has stopped. The shooting lights have stopped as well. The only thing here is the freezing air. Hey, I finally notice. Archer's surroundings have stopped, as if everything is frozen.
How
do you feel, Archer? Even a knight cannot move if space itself is frozen, right? Castor sounds as if she's already won. Archer does not move at all, and maybe he can't even talk. I guess this is it. Saber is outside, so I don't have time to waste on you. I don't know which hero you were, but this is goodbye for you. And I don't think you'll ever find out. Castor raises her left arm. Her hand shoots the bullet of light. But right before that, Archer murmurs something. What is it? If you're begging for your life, I might just listen. I said, Castor. Redacted. He sounds irritated when I try hard to catch his voice. Idiot, I said dodge it, Castor! Archer jumps as he yells. He must have broken the frozen space with his powers. Archer disappears from our vision, leaving a sound like breaking glass behind him. What are you? Castor is perplexed by Archer's scream. And to the right and left of her, a white and black light are aiming for Castor. Castor's robe is cut off. It must be because Castor reacted to Archer's yell, and she manages to narrowly avoid the attacks. It does not need to be said, but the things attacking her are Archer's twin swords. At that instant, Archer threw his swords right before he kicked me and fell into Castor's spell. The cast swords made an arc and attacked Castor in the sky. As expected of Archer, huh? Wait, where is he? I'm speechless for sure this time. It must be the same for Castor. The knight in red already has Castor in a checkmate. He has his knee on the ground and he is readying a bow towards the sky. His target is Castor, and the arrow on it is the demonic sword that shot Berserker. English! I don't think I even have to say that because he's already said it in English. I am the bone of my sword. Archer's voice shakes the air. Try it! I think. I don't know what the fuck she just said. Caster casts a spell in a rush. I believe that's probably Latin. Seeing it. Kaladborg. Archer shoots his arrow. Which really isn't an arrow, it's a sword, but whatever. Oh! Somebody got decimated. No more face. Is that his noble phantasm? The arrow distorts space itself. Caster's moaning fills the air. The storm-like arrow has easily penetrated Caster's defense. Guessing from that distortion in space, I bet Caster would have been twisted along with space itself, even if Caster had transported herself. But Caster's still alive. Her black robe is scattered, and the body underneath the robe is cut up. Caster is using all her magical energy to heal herself, but I'm sure she would have died instantly if it were a direct hit. Kinda looked like it was, but I guess it wasn't. That's right. Archer's arrow did not hit her. What? The arrow was shot into space. The arrow was shot into space far from Caster, and she had her protection destroyed by the after effect. The arrow missed. No, that's wrong. It did not miss. It missed on purpose. I don't know what his intentions are. It was a big chance, but Archer missed Caster on purpose. Silence returns to the temple. In front of me are Archer and Caster, who's glaring at Archer. It must have been a lot for him, as I only feel weak magical energy from Archer now. That goes for Caster as well. Guessing that must have been his noble phantasm. Even though it did not hit her, Archer's shot has taken away most of Caster's body and her magical energy. Even if there is a big pool of magical energy here, it's meaningless if what collects the magical energy, Caster, is damaged. It's weird because we never really see Archer use his bow in the Fate route, but we actually see him, actually act like an archer here in Unlimited Blade Works. Caster comes down without spirit. She managed to form her body, but there's nothing inside. It should be impossible for her to continue fighting. Caster watches us while breathing heavily. I don't know why, but she's looking at both the servant that brought her down and at me. Archer, why did you not hit me with that shot? She asks in a weak voice. Archer shrugs as if saying that question is a wonder itself. Well, I told you I'd only try once. My first attack was avoided. Everything else was unnecessary. Or what? Do you want me to break my promise and hit you? He says such a ridiculous thing. Then you had no intention of killing me? I only responded to your provocation. My objective is that man over there. I didn't intend to fight another servant. He certainly didn't have any will to fight from the beginning. Look at Archer, he's fucking, he doesn't have any problem with this. He doesn't have any problem with just letting Caster go, let her do what she wants. It's like, no, I don't fucking give a shit. I see. It does not look like you came here to fight me, Archer. Man, he's just beating the fuck out of Shiro verbally here. Shots fired. Nope, it's just like that chicken over there. I try to avoid meaningless battles. I only use my sword at perfect opportunities, and only when I can swear a sure kill. I don't like killing meaninglessly. What's so funny? Caster laughs from the bottom of her heart. I see. Then you two are alike. Huh? We reply in unison. Alike? Me and Archer? What makes her say that? Am I wrong? You both do not like meaningless killings, right? That boy over there cannot stand a servant like me who feeds on innocent people. You don't like meaningless killings.
ほら、全く同じじゃない。
See? It's
だから
exactly
手を
the
組ん
same.
でいるのでは
Is
な
that not why you two are cooperating?
どうしてそんなふざけた結論にな
You idiot! How can you reach that conclusion? Who would ally with such a guy?
同感だ。平和主義者なのは同じだが、根本が大きく異なる。
I feel the same way. We're both pacifists, but our principles are different. It is my principle to take care of problems early on.
この男のよう
Isn't that contradictory though, because he didn't really take care of Castor? I do not ponder forever like this man.
何が平和主義者だ。俺は忘れてないぞ。
What do you mean pacifist? I still remember, you shot at Saber along with Berserker.
セイバー一人に戦わせて、渋
Even though you were hiding in a safe place while Saber was fighting.
仕方なかろう。あの時はまだ共闘関係ではなかった。
It couldn't be helped. We were not cooperating back then. It's just that defeating Berserker came before Saber's safety.
それとも何か
Oh, you'll prioritize defeating Berserker, but not defeating Castor.
ならば、バーサーカーとて倒す対象にはならない。
Or what? Don't tell me to save everyone I see. If that's the case, Berserker would have to be saved as well, and I would not be able to fight him. Well, Berserker's not really... Well, he kind of is a person, but more like a monster than anything, I guess. So, I don't know if that really applies to him. And he's also crazy, so there's that. We glare at one another. Man, I just can't get along with him. Why does everything he says get on my nerves? Then, Castor laughs even more seeing us like this.
気に入ったわ。あなたたち
I
は
like you
力
two.
も
Your
その
powers
相
and
手
how
が
you
必
two
要よ。
exist are rare.
敵に回してしまうのは惜しい。
It would be disappointing to make you two my enemies. Foreshadowing. I tilt my head in wonder. Archer looks away from me and glares at Castor.
ちょっと待て。何が言いたいんだ。
Hold on. What do you want to say?
わからない？私
Can you not tell? I'm telling you to ally with me.
私なら今のパート
I
ナー
can
より
provide
優
you
れた
two
も
with
のを
better
用意できるわ。
partners.
坊やにはセイバー以上のサーバントを。
I can give you, boy, a servant superior to Saber.
アーチャーは今のマスタ
There
ーよ
is
り
no
優れた
servant
魔術
superior to
師と
Saber.
契約
Saber
で
is
きる
best waifu. I can give you, Archer, a contract with a Magus superior to your master. My mind freezes. I question her sanity for asking such a question.
悪い話ではないはずよ。
I question you for
私にはこの戦い
questioning
を
me
終わら
like
せる
that.
用意がある。
It can't be a bad
言ったでしょ？
proposal. I told you two that I'm prepared to end this war, and winning is easy.
どう？生き残りたい。
How about it? Should you not cooperate with me if you want to survive? I don't even need to think about it. I decided to fight since I want to stop people like her who would involve innocent people, so I can never accept her offer.
断る。俺は
I refuse. I won't ally with a witch like you. I declare so. This is a natural response. I can't cooperate with this servant, and more than anything, we won't betray our partners. I'll be fighting with Saber, and Archer will not do anything to betray Tosaka. I wouldn't be so sure about that, Shiro. Wait, why is he silent?
おい。あーちゃん。
Hey,
おい。
Archer.
拒否する。君の力を借り
I
る理由がない。
refuse. There's no reason for me to need your power.
それ以前に、君の陣営はいささか戦力不足だ。いかに勢力を伸ばそうと。
Before anything, your territory is too weak. No matter how strong it may be, it is not stronger than Berserker. It is not a good enough condition to accept your offer. I sigh with relief. I had a bad feeling, but he's not like that. I hate him, but he's still firm on his belief.
そう。
I see. So there is no negotiation.
そうだ。だが、ここで君と戦う気はない。この場に居合わせたのは、私の独断
No,
でね。
but I have no intention of fighting you here. It's by my own choice that I'm here. It's not my master's order. So there's no reason for me to defeat you.
痛み分けということ
How about we call this a draw? Huh? I doubt my own ears. Did he just say he'd let Castor go?
意外ね。あなたのマスターは私を追っていたでしょ？
That's unexpected.
なの
Your
にあなた
master
は
was
私
after
を見
me,
逃す
right?
というの？
But you're saying you'll let me go?
ああ。 お前がここで何人殺そうが知らん。
Yes, I don't care how many people you kill here. It's something I'll ignore.
あら
That's not something a superhero would say.
毒は使いようということ？
Oh, how terrible of you. You think poison has its uses?
私のマスターはマスター殺しに精力。
My master isn't that enthusiastic about killing other masters.
その分、お前が他のマスターを潰して。
So it'll help me if you kill other masters. We can settle our match after
この
that.
戦いの決着はその後でも遅くはあるまい。
Castor must have accepted as she turns around.
待てキャスター
Hold on, Castor! I run to Castor, who is about to disappear, but Archer stops me.
バカカキ様。追えば
Are you stupid? You'll surely die if you follow her. He sounds calm. It's so true that I want to vomit from anger. I stop. Castor's black robe flutters in the wind and disappears. Castor has disappeared. Only Archer and I remain here. His figure just gets on my nerves. Archer has saved me twice already. Castor would have taken my command spell without him, and I'm sure I would have died from that rain of light. But this is different. I can't forgive him for letting Castor go.
アーチャーなんでキャスターを逃が
Archer,
した？
why did you let Castor go?
戦う時ではなかったからだ。ここで切り伏せたところで、あれはすぐ
It's
さま
because
逃げ
now
出
is
すだろ
not the
う。
time to fight her. Even if I did attack her, she would have just run away. Don't tell me you did not see her teleport. That's certainly true. We wouldn't be able to get Castor if she really wanted to get away. After all, this is her territory. It's that witch. Even if she may have been weak, I'm sure she had at least one or two more tricks up her sleeve.
理解できたらしいな。キャスターを倒すのなら、マスターが先なのだ。いかに空間を
It seems you understand now. If we want to defeat Castor, we have to defeat her master. Even if she can teleport away, she will eventually disappear if we defeat her master. Going after the master and not the servant. That's the correct and the safest approach to the Holy Grail War.
それは分かってる。
I know that, but you're going to let her get away?
街で起きてる事件は全部あいつの
The
仕業なんだろ
incidents in town are all her doing. There will be more victims until we stop Castor. I can't ignore her and let her be.
そんなの放っておくなんてできない。
なぜお前自身が傷つくことではあるまい。
Why? It's not something that is harmful to you. Actually, I would like for her to continue.
キャスターは人々から正気を吸い上げ、その力で
Castor will keep sucking up magical energy and eventually defeat Berserker. We can defeat Castor after that.
私とリンはキャスターは倒せるが、バーサーカーには及ばないのでな。
Rin and I can defeat Castor, but not Berserker. I'll let Castor do as she wishes until she defeats Berserker. My head heats up. I get so pissed off that I want to punch Archer.
ふざけるな。遠坂、そんな方針
Don't be
は取らない。
ridiculous. Tosaka won't do such a thing.
そうだな。だからこそ、キャスターには手早くことを済ませてほしいものだ。リンがキャス
You're
ターを
right. That's why I want Castor to do so as fast as possible. We can't avoid fighting if Rin finds Castor. It would be ideal if Castor can defeat Berserker right before that happens.
何人犠牲になるかは知らんが、それでバーサーカーが倒せる
I don't know how many people will be sacrificed, but it should be cheap if Berserker can be defeated.
人間など結局は死ぬ
Humans die anyway. It will not change the ultimate result no matter how they die. That's a pretty dark outlook on life.
キャスターも手ぬる
What's the point of living if you just die?
命まで奪ってしまえばよいもの。街中の人間が死に絶えれば
Castor's too reserved. She should not only take her their magical energy, but their lives as well. It'll be easier for me to fight if everybody in this town dies. My master's too optimistic. If that happens, I'm sure she'll do anything to win. The knight in red states with a smile. He says it with delight, that the people here are only a bother. He's saying the same thing Castor said. You...
ああ、お前も知っての通り、リンは形式にこだわるタイプでね。
Oh, I think you know that Rin's the type that is concerned with formality. She's great as a magus, but she's not dirty enough as a master.
そうだな。
I wouldn't be this troubled if she would be more like Castor.
お前
You! I punch at Archer's face. Of course, it does not hit as Archer avoids it without trouble.
何をする? 私たちは
What are you
協力関係
doing?
ではなく
I thought we were cooperating.
ふざけるな
Shut up!
俺はお前とは違う勝つた
I'm
めに
not like you. I can't sacrifice people around me to win.
そんなこと絶対にするものか
それは私も同じだエミヤシロ
I feel the same way, Emiyashiro, but you cannot save everyone.
ことはできまい例えば
No, I'll become a
キャスターが
superhero and
世界
save
を手に入れてしまえ
everybody.
ば
Just
被
like
害はこの
Spider-Man.
町だけにとどまるまいそれは
For example, the damage will extend beyond this town if Castor obtains the Holy Grail. That goes for Eliasville and the other masters.
聖杯を私利私欲で使わぬマスターは私が知る限りお前とリンだけだから
As far as I know, you and Rin are the only masters that will not use the Holy Grail for your own good. Therefore, there will be more victims unless we win the Holy Grail.
ならばこの
Or the
町の
Holy
人間
Grail,
には犠牲
excuse
に
me.
なってもらい私たちの役に立ってもらうしかあるまい
In that case, we will sacrifice the people in this town for our benefit.
その結果で被害を抑えられるのなら
It will be exactly as if it will be exactly as you want if the damage is reduced as a result. My head is numb. He doesn't even need to tell me that. One cannot save everyone. Kiritsugu always said that, so I shouldn't feel anything even if he says so, but it just pisses me off.
無関係な人間を巻き込みたくないと言ったな
You said you do not want to involve innocent people, right?
ならば認めろ
Then accept it. Nobody can be saved if you try to save everybody.
結局誰も救えないキャスターの言う通り残念ながら私たちは似た者同
As
士だ
Castor said, we are
犠
similar.
牲者を出したくないというのなら
We would have to cooperate if we do not want any victims.
違う俺はお前なん
No,
かとは組ま
I
ない
won't cooperate with you. I will never accept you.
絶対に認めない
そうか
I
お
see.
前が信じたものは
You only trust Rin,
リンだけ
after
だ
all.
ったな
I turn my back to Archer. I'm different from him. If I can't ignore Castor, there's only one thing I need to do.
まさかキャスターを追うつ
Do
もり
not
か
tell me you'll go after Castor. I ignore him and keep walking. I'm heading inside the temple. Since this is Castor's territory, her workshop has to be inside the temple somewhere.
信じられんなお前一人ではキャスターにかなうべくもない
I can't believe it. You cannot match Castor by yourself. You should stop if you don't want to die. Archer follows me as if he has more to say.
まったくせっかく助けてやった
Man,
命を
are you
無駄
going
に
to
する
throw
のか
away the life that I've saved?
それは構わんがせめて感謝の一
I don't
言
mind, but at
残
least
してやろうだ
thank me before you die.
先ほどの女性は私なりの行為だったのだが
I helped you out of kindness. I won't ask for you to treat me like your savior, but at least thank me like a friend.
欲しいものだ
Man, he's really getting on my nerves.
うるさい誰がお前なんかに友情を感じるもんかいいからさっさと遠坂のところに帰れ
Shut up. I won't feel any friendship towards you. Just go back to Tosca's place. I won't ask for your help even if you offer it to me. I look away and walk towards the temple again. There.
そうか懐かれなくて
I
何
see.
なんだ
Good thing you don't like me. A chilling intent to kill comes from behind me. What? I jump back as I turn around. At the same time, Archer swings his sword. Ooh! Ugh. Now your back's really fucked up. Ugh. Gah. I'm cut at my shoulder. My blood comes flowing out and my consciousness will fade away if I let my guard down. The pain is so sharp that it feels like my body is burning. Oh, God. I back up with wobbling steps. It's not to run away. I just don't have any power, so my feet move back to try to keep my body upright. You.
外したかさっき抑えきれなかった私の落ち度かとっさに反応したお前の
I missed, huh? It must have been my mistake in letting out my intent to kill. Or it must have been your cleverness in jumping back instantly. Well, I don't care either way. Archer walks toward me with the sword wet with my blood. I'll be killed. I feel that I'll be killed, so I move my feet in desperation. The temple's exit. I slowly retreat, trying to make my way to the mountain gate. He must know this is a fatal wound. Archer walks toward me without hurry. My mind's fading. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm heading to the mountain gate. I don't know why I was attacked. My mind is flowing out along with my blood. Maybe I'm still conscious because of the sword he's holding. The white sword shorts. The plain swords are captivating my eyes, and they are stopping me from closing them. But it comes to an end. The mountain gate is behind me when I realize. Even though the steps are somewhere behind me, I can't even turn around. It's because Archer will slash Imiyashiro's body in half the moment I turn my back. This is it. Since you do not have a reason to fight, die here. He raises his sword. The white yin sword is raised like a guillotine. What? Reason to fight? That's right. It is only hypocrisy for you to fight for someone else and not yourself. You only wish for peace and not victory. Such a thing does not exist anywhere in this world. What? I oppose Archer's words in my fading consciousness, but my body and mind are about to disappear. Farewell. Drown in your ideals and die. His voice is filled with hatred. He swings the yin sword Byakuya. He aims for the wound on my shoulder to cut my body for sure this time. But right before that, I want to oppose him so much that I jump backwards. His sword cuts through air and my body flies through the air. The bottomless darkness is behind me. A big impact. Oh god. Man, if your back's already fucking cut by then, that's not really going to help your wound. After that, my body rolls down the stairs. What is it? I hear an unfamiliar voice. Shiro. And I also hear a familiar voice. Saber. My vision is almost gone. I try to lift my body up and fall onto the steps. Please hold on, Shiro. You are pushed down the steps with this wound? Is it Saber? Saber supports my body while she talks with urgency. But that's bad. I don't know who it is, but there's another servant here. She'll get attacked without being able to defend if she's so worried about me. It's fine, Saber. Be quiet. We will still make it. With your healing powers, if we return home right away. She must have realized after saying that much. Saber turns back to the servant, still supporting me. Assassin, why do you not attack me? That would be too rude. Nobody can pick a flower that only appears for an instant. Saber tilts her head in wonder, unable to understand her enemy's intention. I was charmed by your face. Your fighting face was nice, but your tense face is beautiful as well. I had to admire it. Oh man, somebody's after your woman, Shiro. Is it a kimono? The traditionally dressed servant turns his back. This is enough for tonight. Leave, Saber. What? Are you going to let us go, assassin? Yes. If you promise to continue this battle someday, I will let you go. You cannot fight to your satisfaction like this. That is not my wish. Saber glares at Assassin, and Assassin stares calmly at Saber. The breathtaking stare down continues for less than 10 seconds. I understand, Assassin. I shall settle this match someday. That is a good response. I will be waiting, King of Knights. Oh, so he already knows her identity. Saber goes down the steps with me in her arms. But I see the knight in red running down from the mountain, determined not to let me go. Archer? Saber says so in wonder. He said that he will kill only when he swears to kill. Then there's no way Archer will let me go. If he used his sword to kill me, I'm sure he will kill me here no matter what. His red robe flutters like a wing. It doesn't matter if Saber's here or not. Archer jumps down and slashes his sword at me. Swords clash. The sword attacks with lightning speed. The intercepting blade parries Archer's attack and goes for his neck. Assassin, you... Archer twists his body and lands back down. The knight in red cannot come down the steps, being blocked off by the servant in a kimono. Are you going to get in my way, samurai? Archer readies his twin swords and faces servant assassin. Assassin readies his sword as if nothing has happened. That is my line. Are you going to get in my way when I have told them I will let them go? He says so with delight. I don't know what he's thinking, but he must really be letting us go. In any event, my role is to guard this gate. I won't let you through alive, nor will I let you out alive. I'll let you go on your way in, but it is a different story on your way out. Your head is not elegant, but I shall accept it for tonight. His intent to kill leaks out. Assassin's intent to kill is as sharp as his longsword. It's not overbearing like the ones Archer and Saber have, but an enmity sharpened to the extreme is going for the enemy's neck. Well said. A mere tool of Caster that could not even hurt Saber is going to fight me. That goes for you as well. I sent you to surprise that fox, but I am disappointed that you came back for your own safety. They only confront each other for a short while. They attack each other with amazing techniques. I'm fascinated by the scene. To be honest, I can't understand Assassin's technique. Even to my experienced eyes, it's way too fast and too sharp. But that's why I'm fascinated by his technique. The dancing twin swords. Archer is defending Assassin's incomprehensible attacks with a technique I might be able to acquire. To be honest, you could say I admire it. He is fighting off Assassin's demonic techniques with techniques only trained by his will and not his natural talent. Damn, it's natural that he's strong. Strength unlike Tosca or Saber. All the training he went through because he's not extraordinary. He probably had nothing. That's why he took the small thing he had, trained with it with all his might, and got it to that level. Shiro, let us go now. We have to treat your body. But my body has self-healing powers. I come back to reality with Saber's voice. We leave the Ryudo temple with Saber carrying me. The clashing of Assassin and Archer can still be heard behind us. My wound is almost healed by the time we get back. Yep, self-regenerative powers or self-healing powers. Saber's self-healing powers might be flowing into you since you're connected with her. Tosika's guess might be right as my wound heals faster when Saber's touching me. Oh yeah, you touched me there. So what happened, Shiro? Saber demands an explanation once we get to the dojo after treating my wound and getting changed. I tried to tell her all the important things. How I was controlled by Caster and went to the temple. The relationship between Caster and the coma incidents happening in town. How Archer came and saved me when my command spell was about to get taken away. And how Archer tried to kill me in the end. Saber is pondering something. I'm sure she wants to first organize things in her head since so many things occurred in one night. I see. Then Archer let Caster go. Yeah, he let her go. He's the worst guy ever. He's not any different from Caster if he's using Caster to win. It pisses me off again now that I recall it. Damn, I should have punched him in his face back then. I don't really think you would have been able to do that. Then, Saber has a weird expression. Saber, why are you smiling?
いいえ、シロウが人の悪口を言うなんて珍しいと思いま
He's a
して
shit-faced asshole.
まだ数日ほどしかシロウを見ていません
Well,
が
I just thought it was rare for you to insult someone. I've only been with you for a few days, but I understand that you are not one to insult others. Now that she mentions it, I contemplate my immature actions for complaining.
けどしょうがないだろう。アーチャーはそれだけのことを言ったんだぞ。
But I can't help it. Archer said things that deserve it, and most of all, he insulted his own partner, Tosaka.
そうですね。ですがシロウ、
Yes, but Shiro, I would like to ask
シロウ
something.
はアーチャ
Are
ー
you
の
angry at
許
Archer's
せないのです
betrayal?
か？どうも。あなたは彼に
It
傷つ
seems
け
you
ら
are
れ
not
た
mad
こと
at
を
Archer
怒って
for
いるように
attacking
は見
you.
えない。
Huh? Oh yeah. So the fact that Archer tried to kill me would be betrayal. But that's...
それは違う。
Yeah, it kind of would be.
あいつは
Honestly, I'd be pissed that he stabbed me in the back, or literally slashed me in the back. No, it doesn't mean he betrayed me.
初めからあいつとは何も約束してい
I
ない。
haven't made any promises.
だから
I haven't made any promises with him from the beginning,
それは
so I think it's fair even if he attacked me. I don't think it's fair how he attacked you, though. He just slashed you in the back.
シロウは不
That
思
is
議です
true,
ね。
but geez, you are a mystery to me. She says so in utter amazement, but I think there's some friendliness in her tone.
結論から言うと、私もシロウと同じです。
I feel the same way as you, Shiro. We cannot let Castor be, but Archer is not
アー
cruel.
チャーは非道ではないのでしょう。
ちょっと待て。
Huh? Wait, what part of our conversation were you listening to?
すべてです。それを踏まえた上で、私もシロウ
Everything.
と同意
Based on all that I've heard, I'm saying that I have the same opinion as you.
加えて、彼の剣技は清流でした。心によこしまなものは
And
ない
his
の
sword
でしょう。
technique is a clear stream. He must not have anything evil in his mind. I believe his dance-like techniques indicates his character. I like it even less now. Something's wrong with Saber to praise him. First of all, Archer's technique is beautiful. Ugh. Oh god, his swords. Ugh. Oh. No, I was crazy back then. He's like a yogurt. What? He's like a yogurt that's about to expire compared to Saber. What? What the fuck kind of analogy is that?
あいつの
He's
剣なん
like
て大した
yogurt
こと
that's
ない
past the expiration
びっくりし
date.
たくせに俺一人殺し損ねたんだぞ。
God, sometimes Shiro makes the
そんな
weirdest
よくさ
fucking
ワンとは名乗れ
analogies.
るってもんだ。
Huh. What are you saying? His technique is nothing. He couldn't kill me even when he attacked me by surprise. How can he call himself a servant like that?
ええ。ですからシロウも筋がいいのです。長く鍛えれば
It is because you have talent as well, Shiro. You should be able to be as good as Archer if you train for a long time. Kuh. I can't object if Saber says so with a face like that. Anyway, it seems Saber approves of Archer's technique. I don't know why, but I don't like that fact.
セイバー、俺
Saber,
筋がいい
you said I have talent, right?
はい。上手れば良い使い手
Yes,
となる
you
で
will
しょ
be
う
a good fighter if you train for a long time.
決めた。なら、傷が治
I've
り次第
decided.
剣を
Teach me
教えてくれ
stuff as soon as my wound heals.
今までみたいな生き残るための鍛錬じゃなくて、
Not how to survive, but how to fight. I hold Saber's hand and stare directly into her eyes.
あ、はい。シロウがそういうのでしたら構い
Oh,
ません。
yes, I do not mind if you say so. Alright, I have no complaints if Saber can teach me. I won't make the same mistake I made tonight, and it's not like me to keep running away. And more than anything, I cannot lose to that guy who said we need more victims in order to reduce the number of victims.